So welcome everyone to Canvas Studio, and thank you for seeing my emails to you this morning about the wrong link. I appreciate you all being here. I think I am going to dive in. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bree Brown, and I am our distance education coordinator, and I also serve as a faculty member in the English department. So it's really lovely to see so many of you here. And with that, I think what I'll do is I'll put the link to my resource in the chat one more time for those of you who just got in, and we can go ahead and get started. And Amber, if for some reason you get any emails about the link, if you could field those, that would be great. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oh.
Well, we have used that.
All right, so what you're seeing here is our resource for today, and I am going to go through 3 different uses for Canvas Studio. And for those of you who are new to Canvas Studio, it is a video software program that allows you to record your video. You could record your screen, you could record both at the same time. So there's tons of different ways that you can use Canvas Studio in your courses. And as we go through today, I'm going to share some of those with you. So the first thing that I wanted to do was to show a sample video for you, just so we can all be on the same page as far as what I am talking about here. So here we go. Here is what a Canvas Studio video looks like. Hi, everyone. Okay, looks like we broke something and it continues, y'all. Let's see. Let's try that again.
Hi everyone, so this is just a sample Canvas Studio video that I will be using for the Canvas Studio Flex workshop. So I'm just demonstrating here how you can show your screen and your webcam at the same time. You can also move your camera over while you're recording, and you can click around just like you would normally navigate on whatever window you're on. You can click and then students can see this. So you can record just your camera or just the screen or a combination of both. And then once this is done, I'm going to overlay a quiz just so we can kind of see how the quiz feature works.
Okay. So that
the quiz feature is the most awesome thing in the world.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So thanks for that, Mary. So I'm going to walk you all through how to record a video like you see here, and then how to get it in your course. And then I'll show you how to overlay a quiz onto that video, and then also how you can assign a studio assignment to students. So first, and Amber, I lost my Zoom controls, so if you see things in the chat, please shout them out. So first, I'm going to head over to Canvas Studio. So what I did was I clicked over here on the left-hand navigation bar. Mine is purple. If you're at Cuyamaca only, then yours will be blue. And if you're at Grossmont, yours should be green, this strip right here. So click on that video button with the squiggly lines. That's your studio button. So what you're looking at here is my studio library. And the library is at the account level. So any video that you record here, you can pull into any GCCCB course. So this is user specific here. And what you can do, you notice that I have a lot of videos, but then you might also notice that I have some folders. So you can also create folders for your classes and move your videos in there just for organizational purposes. If you're like me and you go way too nuts with recording tons of videos, it's good to stay organized. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to record a video. So in the upper right-hand corner of Canvas Studio, you will see a circular record button. So when you click on it, you have 2 options, one for screen capture and one for webcam capture. For our purposes today, I'm going to do screen capture. So I will click on it, and then you'll see a pop-up button. And you want to click Open Screen Recorder Launcher. And I don't know if you can see this, but I have a little studio button bouncing up and down on my desktop. And then I will open. If this is your first time using Studio, you'll just want to download the software, but I already have done it. So I am going to click cancel here. Okay. All right. So you might notice here that we have some dotted lines, some black and white dotted lines on our screen. This is telling you what part of your screen is going to be recorded. So you can stretch this out. You can reduce the screen if you want to. What I tend to do is record just the full Canvas window here. Oops, clicked into my folder there. Okay. And then you see that you get some tools down here. So this is your Canvas Studio kind of toolbar. And you can see here, you can either record your screen, just your webcam, which will remove the dotted lines, or you can record both at the same time. And then you get this little webcam guide here where you can move that anywhere you'd like to. The webcam won't turn on for me right now because I'm using my webcam for Zoom, but you can have both on at the same time. I like to do that for students when I'm sharing my screen, just so they can also see me in addition to hearing my voice. So when you're ready to record, you will go ahead and press this record button. It will turn bright red when the recording is available, when that button is available, I believe, yeah. Because I'm using my camera for Zoom right now, it's only going to let me record my screen, but it should turn bright red for you with your webcam. So I'm going to go ahead and press record. It's going to count me down. So this is just a brief, oh, now it's asking me to, sorry everyone. Sorry everyone, it's going to have me do this again. So this was the first time that I apparently am using Studio on this new computer. So it just asked me to allow my screen to record. Okay, so I should be all good to go here. Here we go. So hi everyone, welcome to Canvas Studio. This is just a short sample video that we can use for today's workshop, and hopefully it will upload quickly for us. So when you're done, you'll click this pause button. Okay. And then when you're happy with your recording, you can click done. If you want to start over, you can click the delete trash button. If you want to pick up where you left off and keep recording, you can press the record button again and it will resume. So if you need to take a break, if your video, if you're recording a longer video, you can pause and start it so that you don't have to start all over. So I'm going to click done. Something important to note about Studio is you will want to make any edits to your video on this preview screen before you upload it. Once it's uploaded into Canvas, you won't be able to edit your video. So that's something to note. But I'm going to go ahead and upload this. I'm just going to give it a title. You can give it a description if you want to. And then when you're happy with everything, you will select upload. Now, fingers crossed, looks like it's going smooth. Awesome. So it will say upload successful when it has uploaded to Studio, so you can click continue. And then you'll notice that your sample video that we just recorded is right here. It'll be the first square that you see in your library. Let me pause there and see if there's any questions.
I got a question here.
Yeah.
I downloaded the recording, software,
Mhm.
but it's still every time I go and click on record is going to come down and give me that option of downloading again.
Yeah,
And what shall I do?
you can hit cancel and it should load your screen recorder. And it usually just takes a minute to pop up for you. Okay. So once your video is in studio, you have some options here. If you wanted to replace the thumbnail or the picture that you see on your video, like I have here, you notice that it says welcome to Black Literature. You can click the three dots right here on your video and then replace thumbnail. And that will allow you to upload a picture or an image from your device, and it will change the cover of the video, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to go ahead and view it. The next thing that you want to make sure you do is caption your video. So you will toggle over to captions right here underneath. And then you will choose the language that you'd like the transcript to be in or the captions to be in. And then you'll click on request. This is a short video, so it should only take a little bit, but in the meantime, while it's captioning, I can show you the next piece. So I am going to go over to a course now to put my video on a page. Okay. So anywhere in the course that you have the rich content editor, that's going to be announcements, discussions, the assignment instructions, a page, anywhere where you have that rich content editor, you can put a Canvas Studio video. So I just am creating a new page, and I'll just call this test, and I want to put my video right here on this page. So you will find that squiggly video button again, right above the rich content editor. That is your studio button. And then this is our sample here. So I'm going to click select. I like to keep both of these off just to make for a cleaner embed on the page. And then I just click embed. And there is my video. So when I'm happy with how the page looks, you can either save and publish your page or just click save. And
Bree, I'm so sorry. I was distracted. Could you explain how to remove the stuff underneath one more time?
the stuff underneath, are you talking about the,
You know how it publishes if you don't modify it, then you have like the comments or whatever box under.
yes. So you just want to take off the display media tabs.
Right. Okay. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
I
okay.
just wasn't watching when you did it. I was looking at.
No, you're fine.
Thank
And
you.
actually, it's probably good to show what that does look like. So if you leave this on, I'll go ahead and embed and save. You can kind of see what we're talking about here. So underneath the video, you will have all of these kind of buttons here, and then students can comment, and then you can comment back. So if you want this feature, if you want students to leave a comment on the video, then I would definitely leave these media tabs on. If you don't want all of this, then you can just untoggle that media tabs. Let's see how we're doing in the chat. Okay. All right.
I think we're hearing some background noise that I think might be from Cyrus.
Oh, I think it's mine. I apologize for that. I have not muted myself though. And I'm working with
Gotcha.
two mouse, so I sometimes I grab the.
Okay. So are there any questions on how to embed a video in the rich content editor? Let's check on our captions. No captions available. I have never seen that before. Let's try that again. Wow. Amber, have you ever seen that before?
I have not seen that before, so congratulations.
Today is my day, y'all. So let me take you to a different video to show what the captions will look like. So if it should just say English here, and then if you wanted to, see, I'll just show you. To turn them on when students are watching the video, they need to click the gear icon and toggle to captions and then the language that you chose. And so I'll go ahead and you can see the captions are already coming across the top. So that's what they will look like. On this screen, it should be a green button here that says review and publish. So you can click it and then underneath your entire transcript will be here. And you can go in and make edits for accurate punctuation and spelling. And then you can click publish when you're happy with them. That should have been the process. I have never broken captions before, so I don't expect that you'll see that button pop up. How do you get to start a video? How do you get to start a video? I'm not sure, Julie, if you're talking about recording, but you will hit the record button in the top right-hand corner, and then you'll select either screen or webcam, if that's what you were talking about there. Oh, and thank you, Amber, for answering that. Okay. So we have our sample video that we just recorded. If you preferred to actually pull a video in from somewhere else, you can also add, instead of record your own, you can add a video and you can paste in a YouTube link here. You can drag and drop media from your device into here. So if there's a video that you like that you want to just import into your course, this is how you would do that. One caveat of using YouTube videos is you will have to caption the whole video yourself. So there won't be any auto captions for you to edit. You will have to go through and type those in manually. I don't know why that's how it is with YouTube, but such is the case. Otherwise, you'll still be able to request captions if you're dragging or dropping media.
Bree, we might want to remind folks that they can copy the transcript from most YouTube videos. And I don't provide it as captions because I can't seem to get it to link well, but I present a Word file or PDF file right above my video that has the transcript, which
Yes. Thank you for that, Mary. Yeah, you can pull in the transcript from YouTube, like she's saying, and link to it. You can also, if you have the SRT file, which I could circle back to at the end of the session if we have more time, but you can also upload an SRT file and then the captions will sync to Studio as well. So there are a few options there. Okay, let's see the chat. How do you get the Studio screen? You can, it depends on what you're doing, Julie. So if you want, let's say you want to record a lecture and you've got some slides, I would choose screen record. And if you just want to talk to the students, I would just choose webcam. But once you choose one of those, you can always change your mind once you're in there with the tools as well. So you can kind of see what all the options are. I use the screen share for my module overview videos to show students I toggle through the module to let them know what they're going to encounter for the week. I also use screen record to troubleshoot Canvas issues that a student might be having. I'll show them how to submit an assignment. So I'll go through the prompt and show them samples. Those are all good screen recorder options. And then of course, lecture content, right? To share your PowerPoint or your Google Slides, something like that. So any questions at all on recording a video or embedding it onto a page or into the rich content editor? David, I think the next part of this session is going to answer your question. And if it doesn't, please ask it again. Okay. All right, so the next item that I wanted to go over was how to overlay a quiz onto your video. So we will take the video that we just recorded together right here. And then using the 3 dots in the bottom right-hand corner of that square, go ahead and select Create Quiz. So again, if you're looking at your library, you have your first video, 3 dots, Create Quiz. Okay, and here we just need to give our quiz a title. You can give it a description if you'd like. And this is probably cruel, but I like to hide question markers on the timeline for students. So this is so that students can't see where the questions are on the video and then just skip ahead. And I'm realizing I wanted to show you the sample first. Okay, I'll show you what this looks like. We broke something, okay.
Hi everyone, so this is just a sample Canvas Studio video that I will be using for the Canvas Studio Flex workshop. So I'm just demonstrating here how you can show your screen and your webcam at the same time.
So you can see that a quiz question now just popped up on the screen, so that it says, when recording Canvas Studio videos, you can show and record your screen and webcam at the same time, true or false. And then I could click on true. If as a student, I don't remember hearing that content, I can rewatch just from the last question or from the beginning if it's the first question to get that content. But if I'm satisfied with my answer,
You can also move your camera over while you're recording, and you can click around just like you would normally navigate on whatever window you're on. You can click and then students can see this.
So question 2, why would you want to click around on your screen during a video for students? To show them around the course, to demonstrate how to submit an assignment, to troubleshoot Canvas issues a student is having, to demonstrate how they can access assignment feedback, all of the above. Yep, all of the above.
So you can record just your camera or just the screen or a combination of both. And then once this is done, I'm going to overlay a quiz just so we can kind of see how the quiz feature works.
Why would you want to overlay a studio quiz? To allow students to engage with the material as they are watching? Yes. To ensure that students watch the whole video? Yes. To gather data about where students may be struggling with the material? Yes. Because everyone loves quizzes? Probably not. Okay, and then we hit continue. As a student now, I would just submit my quiz. Or if I wanted to take it again, I could go to replay. And then underneath, as the instructor, I can see quiz results and it breaks it down per item. So I can see the average of each question and how many students got it right. So this is a really great way to see where students might be struggling with the content to offer more instruction if necessary for that item. Let me see the chat. Where do you find studio? So Julie, also, it would be on your side navigation bar. The studio button is right here above the help with the squiggly video icon. And it's the same icon that you'll use when embedding. It'll be in the rich content editor and you'll look for this button to embed it. Okay, so coming back to our test. Here we go. Let me start this over so I can show you. To add a quiz, again, 3 dots, create quiz. Okay, and now you can enter your title. I hide the question markers. The video we just saw hid the question markers so students couldn't tell where the questions were. I'll click Get Started. Okay, now I'm in the video creation, or excuse me, the quiz creation tool. So you'll see at the bottom black line that runs all the way across is your time. And then the plus sign is where you can add your questions. I did see a hand, so I can take your question.
Thank you. That's Anitha. I just wondered what it would look like if you didn't hide the question marker.
Yeah, let me, we can do that on this one just so we can see the difference. And then I'll play it at the end so you can see the difference. So this one, I won't hide it. So when students watch the video, they're going to see little blue bubbles here where we put our questions. So they can theoretically just click on those blue buttons to answer the questions without watching the segment before. But you'll see that when we embed this. Okay, so to add a quiz question, what I recommend doing is playing your video and pausing it wherever you want your question. So I'll play this for just a moment. Okay, I'm not sure why I lost audio. This is interesting. Okay. You should hear your video here. For the purposes of this, I'm still going to go ahead and add a question just so I can show you how this works. I'm wondering if my microphone is conflicting with my Zoom microphone. Your three choices for questions for a studio quiz are multiple choice, true or false, or multiple answer. So that is one limitation of using a studio quiz, is that those are your only three choices for quiz questions. So let's say we wanted a true or false. We would say, you would just type in your question and then select the correct answer here. Then you can type in question feedback if you'd like to. And then when you're happy with your question, you'll just click save. You'll notice that that plus sign will now turn into a pencil. So if you wanted to edit the question, you can click the pencil, or you can keep going in your video. I'll just add one more question, say here. And this time I'll add a multiple choice just to show you the different question types. And you'll choose your correct answer. You can shuffle the choices. So this way, multiple students taking the quiz, the choices will appear in different orders for them. You can also put in question feedback and then click save. Okay. So let's say now that you're happy with your quiz, that you have all the questions in there that you want, you will go ahead and click done. And then you'll know that your quiz has saved because you'll notice a rocket icon in the top right-hand corner of your video. Let's see. Okay. So any questions on creating a quiz before I move to how to put this in your course? And just checking, I probably should have asked a while ago, you all can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let's now go into an assignment. So it's not super intuitive for adding a quiz, a studio quiz, because you would think that you would go to quizzes, but you don't. You're going to go to assignments. Go to assignments, create an assignment or plus assignment in the top right-hand corner. I will do studio sample quiz. Now I want to take you briefly over to my resource. Notice here, I have an appendix in this document. If you click on it, I've given you some sample instructions here, which I've found are really helpful for students. So it tells them how to get started with the quiz, tells them how much time they have, how to speed up, slow down the speed, and how to turn on the captions, and a resource for them to show them how to take a studio quiz. So what I'm going to do, just to put some instructions in there, is I'm going to copy and paste those and put them into the assignment instructions. And then what I'm going to do is scroll down, and I'm going to select external tool for the submission type. So for a submission type, make sure you select external tool. I'm going to click find and then Canvas Studio. Canvas Studio. So I'm going to click Canvas Studio, and now I'm going to select my quiz. So here's our sample studio video with our rocket. I'm going to select that. And then I want to toggle over to the video quiz embed. Video quiz embed. And I think I have two, because one was the one we started, and then the one was with the question markers. I believe that's the right one. And then when you've selected your quiz, you will click embed. Just click select. And then you can put in a due date. In here for submission attempts, you could just select limited and one if you only wanted them to have one opportunity to take the quiz, or unlimited if you wanted to give them unlimited attempts. You can also change this to like 3 if you wanted to. And this will sync to the speed grader as well. Okay, and then you click on save. Okay, so now you can see your quiz will be here when it's done processing, and then students should be able to take the quiz. Was there any questions on how to embed the quiz into an assignment? The grades will show up in grades, yes. The scores on the quizzes will automatically sync, because this is just like any other assignment. So any questions on getting this into an assignment in Canvas? And Julie, I can go show how to get the plus sign. So if I were to create a quiz on a video, I would click the 3 dots, create quiz, give it a title, get started, and then this is where your plus sign is on your timeline. So you'll just click plus, play, and then pause it wherever you want the question, or you can just click to the part, click the plus sign, and then that's how you add in your questions. Okay. Okay, still preparing, and we can check in just a moment. So in the meantime, any other questions on anything we've talked about so far?
I noticed Julie asked if the grades just show up in the grade section in Canvas then for the quiz when students have taken it.
Yes, so what this is doing, it creates a column in the gradebook for studio sample quiz, and then from my understanding, it auto scores the quiz. So we have 3 questions here, and so it automatically does 3 points, but in the assignment settings, you could change that as well. I believe that it auto scores. Do you know the answer, Amber?
That's my understanding as well.
Okay.
Can you show again how you organize all your videos, and are they in like a separate place from your other files?
Yes, so this good question. So the studio videos are in a separate place from files. I like to use the global navigation studio icon here because this will show me everything that I have for my entire account. And so you can see I have these are my Black Lit videos, these are my English 120 videos. So what you can do is you can start a collection, and this really is just a folder. I wish it said folder because that makes more sense to me. But you start a collection, and let's say you wanted, summer 22. So that was a course that I taught over the summer, so I can click create. Nothing there yet, so I will go back to my library. Here's my new folder that I just created. And you'll know it's a folder because it will have 4 squares inside of it. And then what I would do is I would click the 3 dots again on any video that I want to go into that folder. I would click the 3 dots and then move to, and then select a new home. So I'm going to go to that folder I just created, if I can find it. Summer 22, here we go. And move. And you can see that it just took it from here and put it in there.
Okay, and then so it looks like it gave you a choice of all the other folders. So you must have all those other 4 folders.
Yeah, these are, I can put them into a course if I'd like to, but if I would just like to keep them in my main studio library here at the account level, I like to just add a different collection so that they'll all show up right here. But you could theoretically just move them into your course as well.
Okay, but then they'd be in a specific semester, and then you might need them the next semester, and then.
Yeah, they would show up in your course. They would show up in this inner studio. Studio. I don't know if we have that enabled. But they would show up in here at the studio button here at the course level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that would be beneficial at all.
I mean, if you're using a video in a course, then when you go to embed, it'll be easier to find because there'll be fewer there listed. That's really the only benefit that I can think of.
Bree,
Okay.
I don't know if it was just me, but when I tried turning videos into quizzes from within the course rather than within you can't do it. You have to be in the main body of studio.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Unless that's changed in the last year. But last year, like when you would hit the hamburger or the kebab or what, the more button, I couldn't choose create a video.
Okay, good to know. Let me see. I'm going to drag this up and just test that really quick. Studio. So this is only, okay. So if I were to, good point. So she's right, at the course level, if you were to click studio in the inner navigation, you don't have access to make a quiz. So you'd need to go to this global navigation studio icon to do that. Great, thank you, Mary.
No problem. That was several painful hours of my life I'd like to save someone else from.
Wonderful. Okay. Amber, have you ever seen this either? I don't know what's happening today.
No, I have not. I don't know what's going on there. And I tried to sleuth out the issue you were having earlier, and I'm not finding much. So
I don't know if my internet or account settings have been changed, but I will make sure to check on that. I've never ever seen this before. So I do apologize for that. Okay, let's see in the chat. Okay, great, thank you. All right, so we've covered on here the Canvas Studio video and the quiz overlay. I did also want to show you the last way that I use Canvas Studio, which is for student assignments. So what I'm going to do is take you to the sample assignment. And I've also given you the instructions for this assignment in Appendix B in your handout. So if you'd like to start from these instructions for student assignments, you can go ahead and copy and paste those if you'd like. Here are the instructions. I give an overview, a deadline, and this is a presentation that I'm asking them to do, where they create slides and then create a studio video where they share their slides on the screen and narrate over those. So I give them instructions for what I want them to include in their slides, resources for designing slides, how to record the presentation, and I give them the studio guide for recording and uploading. And then I explain how to find feedback, and then I give them a sample. So I did just want to show you the sample really quickly.
Good afternoon,
Could
everyone.
we have a copy of this one?
Yeah, it's in your handout in Appendix B.
Okay, what handout?
The link has been posted in the chat.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Amber, would you mind pasting it in one more time?
Yeah, I'm on that right now.
Thank you so much.
If you click the link, I guess everybody knows this. If you click the link, it automatically uploads it to your Google Drive.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you for that. And so you can return to it later as well.
Oh, super duper.
Awesome. Okay, so back to the sample.
My name is Leandra Arabo, and today I'm going to be presenting about COVID-19 and the economic impacts that may change our lives forever.
So I just wanted to share just a quick snippet to show how she's changing slides and narrating over. And I did have permission from her to use that, just so we know. So that is what the sample will look like from the student. And so they have the same recording options that we do as instructors. So in order to set this up, it's all going to be in the assignment settings, really. So you'll paste in your instructions, and then for submission type, make sure you choose online, and file uploads. And that will trigger the Canvas Studio submission button to turn on for students. And then you can set all the rest of your settings, and when you're happy, you can click save. And then for a student, they would click on Start Assignment. Down here, they would have this Studio button. And then this should look familiar. They will have all the same controls that we do. So they would press record, screen capture, go through the process to upload, and then when they're happy, they will select the video they want and submit it. So that is, and they would just submit it using this button here. So once they have submitted it, I can show you, this is what it looks like in your speed grader. So you can still give a summary comment over here on the right-hand side, but what's really cool about Studio submission comments is similar to how you would create your quiz. You would press play to watch the video. Beautiful. Let's try that again. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So let's say you wanted a comment there. You would just start typing your comment and see how it gives a timestamp. You would type your comment and then click comment, and then it'll create a little bubble right there for where you left your comments. So the student can come in and click on these bubbles to see what we commented, or they can just scroll to see our comments, and they're all time-stamped. And then the student can reply to these if they'd like to. So it's really interactive. I love Canvas Studio assignments for students. So that is the student assignment. One caveat is be sure that you offer an alternative submission type, just in case students are having technical issues. Oh yeah, Mary, great. If they're having technical issues, you can also allow them to submit other kinds of videos. So if they want to do YouTube or Zoom or any other software, they could use something other than Studio if you'd like. So yeah, and then you can also offer an alternative. So you can tell them maybe they can submit their slides and a written transcript if they're not able to leverage the video recording software, just to make it more equitable and accessible for students with any kind of either learning style difference or if they don't have the technology they need. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and ask if there's any questions on recording a video, putting it in Canvas, the quiz overlay, putting that in Canvas, the student assignment, anything at all.
I have
I
a
would-
question, if
Oh.
you don't mind.
Yeah.
How about if we have got a, instead of the video, we do have the PowerPoint presentation, and we want to add text, to that, and how we could do this. I mean, reading the instruction. For example, I showed them a series of the slides on PowerPoint, and I want to add the voice to it.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull up just a quick slideshow. Let's see. All right. So let's say that you can share anything on your screen, Cyrus. So you would pull up whatever file you want to show students. So if it's a PowerPoint, you would open PowerPoint on your computer and you would go into presenter mode and you would come over to Studio. You would click record and you do screen capture. So whatever you have open on your screen is going to record for students. So that could be a slideshow, a Word document. For me, if I have this open, it would, whatever you're seeing right now, that's what would record.
Okay.
And then you would just talk over it.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Bree, do you know how to get, if I have something on my iPad and I want to get that to show on my screen? I've been doing that through Zoom, but if I do that through Zoom, then I can't have the webcam also. So is there a way to get something on my iPad to show on the screen without doing it through Zoom? Do you know?
So my suggestion would be to use the Canvas app on your iPad.
Okay.
And then just open Studio, the Canvas teacher app. And then
Okay.
I would just go through this Studio process like normal from there.
Okay, so the Canvas Studio app should be able to be available on my iPad, and then I'm just doing the whole thing from my iPad and not doing it from my computer. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, and it's not, sorry, I think I misspoke. It's not the Studio app, it's the Canvas teacher app.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then just go into your course like you normally would, and then navigate over to Studio and finish the process.
Okay.
The iPad though is something I'm not well versed on, so we can work together if you encounter any issues with it.
Okay, thanks.
Mhm. And Linda,
Hello.
hi.
I was just wondering, when a student takes the quiz, the studio quiz, the feedback that they get, is it something that they have to wait till after they submit the quiz to see the feedback, or do they get it in real time, after they submit like an
Real
answer
time.
to the question? Real time?
In real time. It's pretty cool. I'm trying to show this. I've never seen this before. That's special. Let me see if I still have the other one in here. Okay, so let's say that I took the quiz. Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure it's been, Canvas has been slow for the last week, 2 weeks. I think it's just the beginning of the semester.
yeah, today is not my day.
So this is our sample Canvas Studio demo video here.
Oh,
And I'm just going to talk for a couple seconds so that we have something to upload.
yay, this is the one for today. Oh, maybe not.
So when you're done recording, there's a pause button. I don't believe you can see this. There's a pause button in the bottom left-hand corner.
Okay, so when I submit the quiz, I can view results. And then it should it should be right there for the student to see. So if you put quiz feedback in there for each question, it will pop up right there as well.
But it'll pop up the student must say view results in order to see the feedback.
Correct.
Okay, I created my first play posit, like ungraded self-paced for students, and I'm just trying to get a grasp for, okay, what's the differences between the play posit interactions and the Canvas Studio. So thank you.
Can I ask a question? Because I don't do this in mine because I use the quizzes for a different purpose, but Terry Nichols has what I'm pretty certain are studio quizzes. And when you submit your answer, it immediately tells you, because she has built in. So if you choose C and it wasn't C, it doesn't explain what the correct answer was because that's not her choice, but it tells you why C was not correct. And it tells you right then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to clarify, she doesn't use Studio. Those are just regular Canvas quizzes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, duh. Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Again, we're oh, Anna, hello. Hey, Mary. So yeah, I work with Nichols all the time, again, math department. So yeah, I'm just trying to expand and try to get these videos more interactive. So yeah, checking out Studio and PlayPosit. So thank you, Bree, for showing all the Studio stuff.
Of course. Yeah, and I'm not well versed on PlayPosit, but I do hear that it's great as well. I am just preparing your quiz. That is just okay. Sorry, y'all. I was really hoping to show you one with the quiz markers, but you can kind of again, it'll look just like this, but it'll be blue, and so students could theoretically just click to the quiz questions without watching what's in between. It'll look exactly like this if you leave those quiz markers on. Okay, let me stop share. I do see it's 10 o'clock. I'm happy to stick around for a couple more moments if there's any other questions. But thank you so much for coming and sticking through all the glitches I've had today. I appreciate you all and your grace, and have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.